Hi everybody, and welcome to my channel, Everyday with Jackie. If this is your first time visiting with me today, welcome. I hope you'll stay. Why don't you go ahead and pause the video, subscribe to the channel, and ring the notification bell so you'll know every time that I upload a video. And if you are returning to the channel, it's good to see you as always. This is my episode of Shop My Stash for the month of May. So if you're interested in seeing what products that I will be pulling for the month of May, you'll have to keep watching. Okay, everybody, let's go ahead and jump into today's video. I've already filmed 2 videos, so I am on a roll. So this is the last one that I'm doing today. Plus, I've already had a Zoom call that I had to do for my other job at the school, and it was all about registration and how it's going to change this year. So I've been up and at it since about 7:30 this morning. So I'm going to get this video knocked out, and I hope you will enjoy seeing the products that I will be using for the month of May, which is my birthday month. So I think I have everything already pulled. I'm not going to do the video like I did it last month in my office beauty space because I have gotten some products in from my shopping extravaganza, and I don't want you to see those items yet. So I've already pulled the items, and we're just going to do the video right here. Okay, so in my last month Shop My Stash video, I was using the It Cosmetics Secret Sauce, and I thought I would have finished this up, but like I said, I didn't have the cause of wearing much makeup, but I did use this every day, but I still didn't finish it up. So I am going to continue on. I should be able to finish this up for this month. No doubt I will. So I am going to continue using this moisturizer because I do like this moisturizer. I like a creamy, a heavy formula moisturizer. And this isn't as heavy, but I do like the way it wears on the skin, so I am going to pull that. And in the event that I do finish that, I'm going to jump right in with the First Aid Beauty, and this is the Ultra Repair Cream. It's an intense hydration for dry, parched skin. So I thought that I would like to test this out. I've used it before, but not over a prolonged period of time. So I did get this in my Lauder beauty box. So I think I want to try this and see how this wears for me. So while we're on skincare, I'm going to continue on with my products by Drunk Elephant. And this is the Night Bright serums that I've been using. I have the Virgin Marula Luxury Facial Oil. And I also have the TLC from Boost Glycolic Night Serum. So I did use these in last month's Shop My Stash, but I feel like I have more of this one than I do this one. Maybe it's just a little bit more weighty. But because I use a pump of this and a pump of this, so they should be, when I run out, they should run out at the same time. But I still have some left, so I'm going to continue on with this. If by chance I finish this is again the one by Drunk Elephant, I do want to go in with this Olay Regenerist Retinol 24 cream. I've not used it. Let me make sure that this is a face moisturizer. Yes. It says use it in the evening, massage cream evenly over face and neck. So if I do finish the Drunk Elephant, I'm going to jump in with the Olay Retinol 24 cream. Haven't used this yet, and I'm rather anxious to give it a try. So that's what I'm going to do in the way of skincare. And of course, you know, I may go in and supplement with some face mask here and there, or exfoliator or whatever. And if I do that, I'll put that in my pinned comments to let you know that I've been using those items as well. For foundation, I'm going back in with my Revlon Color Stay in 410 Cappuccino because I have ordered 2 new foundations from the sales that have been going on. And if I'm bringing 2 in, I need to empty 2 out. So I'm going to continue on with this. And like I said, I may be able to wear foundation because I do have a new mask that's washable. So I think I will be able to get away with wearing some foundation. So again, this is almost a dunner and I just want to use it up. I do use it in conjunction to the Estee Lauder foundation, and this is in Sable. And this is almost done, but I think if I stick a brush in there, because this is not my correct shade, so this Estee Lauder balances it out perfectly to make it the perfect shade for me. So I want to use both of these and be able to empty this as well as this foundation. And in the event that I am able to empty that foundation by Revlon Color Stay, I'm going back in with this Maybelline Super Stay foundation because I've made great progress on this. So I want to go ahead and empty this out. I think I have I'm about right. If I can see through these little holes in it, looks like I'm about right here. So I want to make a dent into this. So those will be the only foundations that I use, and I'm only using the Maybelline if I empty out the Revlon. For my primer, I am going in with another product by First Aid Beauty. And this is the Hello Fab Coconut Skin Smoothie Priming Moisturizer. And I did use this a lot in the colder months and said that I couldn't wait to put it to the test when the weather started warming up because I did like it when it was cold. It just is a nice, it feels like a moisturizer. It doesn't really feel like you have a primer on. So I really wanted to see how this would perform when the weather starts heating back up. So I'm going to put this in my Shop My Stash as my primer. For my pores, I am going to go back in with the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. So this is just what I will use in my pore area, you know, around my cheeks, especially on my nose area. And I will put it in these smile lines as well, but this is what's going to conceal my pores for me. I am going to continue to reach for my Laneige Lip Sleeping Mask, and this is in the Sweet Candy scent. It doesn't taste like it, but it does smell like it. So I will continue to have that in my beauty basket. For my powder, for my under eyes, I am pulling out the Laura Mercier setting powder. This is in the shade Translucent, and I'll just go in and set my concealer with this powder. For my concealer, I am going to use the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Eraser Multi-Use Concealer. I was telling you guys how much I really like this and how I've been enjoying this concealer. So I'm glad that I have it in my beauty box. This isn't even focusing. There we go. So I'm glad that I have this in my beauty box because I could not wait to jump back into this. I really have been enjoying this the couple of weeks that I had to try it. I really do like this. So I can't wait to play in this some more. Since my camera wasn't focused, let's see if it'll focus now on this. This is my primer from First Aid Beauty, this Hello Fab. For my eyeshadow primer, I am going to play with the Fenty Beauty. This is just going to prep my eyelids before I go in with my eyeshadow. So this is called the Pro Filt'r Amplifying Eye Primer, and it's in Invisa Pink. That's the shade that it is. And again, this is by Fenty Beauty. For my mascara, I'm going in again this month with my Fenty Beauty. And this is called the Full Frontal Mascara. And the shade is Cause I'm Black. I'll be using this. And this is the mascara that I have on my eyes today. On my lashes. And I'm also pulling my Lancome Cils Booster XL. And this is a mascara base. So I coat my eyelashes with this before I go in with the Fenty, and maybe it's going to give me more volume and more length. So I'm going to use that this month as well. For my powder to set my face, I am going to go in and play with this Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder. And this is in the shade 30. Medium deep. So I do have this powder on my face today. I did try using it with a wet sponge, and I would recommend that you not do that with this powder because it was kind of hard to buff out. So I put it in my face and I was starting to buff with the wet sponge to set it in, and it wasn't going in very well. So I had to take my face brush and kind of buff it in. So when I use this powder this month, I'm just going to go in with my brush, my face brush for this, my powder brush. For the days that I'm not wearing foundation, I am going to pull my L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable Powder. And this is in the shade C6 Soft Sable. And this does come with a little mirror. And this is a good full coverage powder. So I will be using this. This will go perfectly if I'm not going to wear foundation. And for my bronzer, I thought I would go in with my Anastasia of Beverly Hills bronzer, and this is in the shade Mahogany. And I have used this a few times and I do like it a lot. So this is what I'll use for bronzing. And I'm pulling the Anastasia of Beverly Hills blush palette as well. And this is in Berry Adore. This is a blush trio. And this is what the blushes look like. I'm so glad to be able to play with these products for an entire month. And usually, you know, I typically, if you're new here, I typically do my Shop My Stash videos every 2 weeks. I felt like I would have a better opportunity to play with products a little longer if I would just extend it to an entire month now. And then after all this is over, you know, I'm going back to every 2 months. I mean, every 2 weeks, because I just like that variety a little bit better. But who knows, doing it this way for a month, this may start to grow on me. So anyway, I will be using this blush trio by Anastasia of Beverly Hills. I am going to keep my two setting mists. I have the hydrating setting mist or setting spray by Black Radiance, and I also have it again in the matte setting spray. So this is going to mattify and set, and this one is going to quench and set. This is hydrating and this is mattifying. Depending on what the weather is, when I step out, I'll be using one of the two of these. And for my brows, I am going to use my Revolution pencil. This is Makeup Revolution London. And this is my brow pencil that I got from the brand. I picked this up at Ulta. And can't remember what shade it is. It's not on here, but I'll have it up above. I believe it's a dark brown, but I'm not 100% certain, so I'll link it above. And I am going to set with the Brow Wow by e.l.f. Cosmetics. So I'll go in and set my eyebrows with this. And I really do love this. And this is in the shade Deep Brown. And I do like the way that this looks on my brows. And they have not been set today. Not going anywhere, so they really don't need to be set. But I just like the way this looks on them. Because I have gray hairs in my eyebrows, and my eyelashes, in my nose, everywhere. So that's why I like to kind of fill my, or set my eyebrows with something that has some pigment to it rather than a clear eyebrow gel, because I like to get those gray strands coated so they don't show up so visibly. So I will be using the Brow Wow. I'm still going to use my Milani pencils. These are in my Shop My Stash every video. And these are the Milani Stay Put eyeliners. And these are such good eyeliners, guys. In terms of where it says stay put, these will definitely stay put. I have to scrub. I did some swatches of these in one video, and I had to really work to get the swatches off my hand. So these will go on your waterline and they will stay. You can also use them on top of your lid to use it as an eyeliner up there, but I usually generally just use it in my waterline. But I do have the shade Semi-Sweet, which is more of a brown. I have Picante, which is more of a reddish tone. And then I have Duchess, which is more of a purple tone. So I always just keep these on deck because never knowing what eye look I'm going to do, I may need to add some color. So I just keep those in my basket. I am putting in this new pencil to me. I got this in my Allure Beauty box, and this is the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil. Can't remember if this is supposed to be waterproof or not, but I will check it out and again put that above. But this is in the shade 0, and I was happy to get this because I have this same pencil in the shade Perversion. That's such a deep, rich black that I just find it's a little too harsh. So this one isn't as dark. So I think I am going to like this a lot. So I can't wait to try this out. And for my contour, I'm taking back out my Cover FX palette. Gonna show it some more love. And I'm going to use, this is a contour shade. I'm going to use that. I may deviate and use this for my blush as well. I could use any of these as my highlight. Not sure if I am. And I'm going to play around maybe with this powder and see how I can get that to work. Just going to play around a little bit more with this palette. But I did specifically choose a highlighter. But I don't mind having both of these in here, but this is my highlighter by Becca Cosmetics, and this is in the shade Topaz. This is what Topaz looks like. It's a beautiful highlighter. Swatched it right here. It's gorgeous. And so, like I said, even though I pulled the Anastasia Beverly Hills bronzer, I'm going to definitely use this as my bronzer, but I am going to keep this on deck to use as my contour. And if I want to dabble in the powder, even though I have the Maybelline powder, I still can dabble in the one from Cover FX. Same for the highlighters. And for eyeshadow palettes, I've pulled 2. I am going to play in my Huda Beauty Medium Nude Obsessions palette. I have been missing it. This is what it looks like on the front. And it has this like snake skin embossing right here. It does come with a mirror. And these are the beautiful shades in it. I love this because I don't really have to think about this. This is such an everyday palette. Even though you have your little metallic shades in here, it's still an everyday. If you don't want to, you can just do an all matte look. They have this in, I think, light. This is the medium, and they have a palette in rich. So I have the medium and the rich, but even though this is medium, these shades really show up nicely on my eyelids. There's nothing ashy about them. This palette is very pigmented. I have missed using it, and I really liked it when I was able to use it. I think I used it in maybe, I haven't used it in a Shop My Stash, I don't think, but I have done an eye look with it. So I'm excited to be able to play in this palette again. And because I'm supposed to be bringing a spring look from this palette right here, this is Color Story, and this is the Bright Blooming palette. Because I'm supposed to be doing a look with this palette, a spring look, it's just a pretty palette. I am going to put this in my Shop My Stash, because if I can figure out what kind of look I want to do, I mentioned in another video, this is like, because I don't really play in colors necessarily like this. I mean, some of them, yes, they are my go-to shades. I love the purples and some of the pinks and, you know, these shades here, some of these, but these lighter ones I don't really play with. So I'm trying to kind of put them in quads and think about trying to do an eye look like that, and then it makes it more relatable for me. So I'm going to put this in my Shop My Stash so I can crank out that spring look and maybe dabble in it a little bit further to see what other looks I can create. So I think I have put everything that I was going to. I think all my bases are covered. You know how I always have to come back and make a note in my pinned comments because I forgot to mention something. I think I'm covered this time. I tried to make sure I had everything in there. I never put lipsticks in because it just depends on what outfit I'm wearing. And I talked about my skincare. So I think this wraps it up. I think that's all that I have to share in my Shop My Stash for the month of May. Can't believe it's May already, but I am super excited. And I'm excited to play in these products because some of them have just been waiting for their turn. So it's your turn now. So also I mentioned in another video, if you're interested in seeing the look that I have on my eyes, let me know if you want me to recreate this look. I just, you know, we had a Zoom call today about registration. So I was on a Zoom conference call, and I didn't have any makeup on. So after that was done, I was like, well, you're already up and at them, so you might as well go ahead and crank out some videos. So I just did this look real fast, and I really turned out, I think, nicely, and I do like the way it looks. So if you want me to recreate this look, this eye look, let me know, and I'll be happy to do so. And that's all I have for you today. That completes this video for the Shop My Stash for the month of May. Today is May 4th. So yeah, I'm a few days late, but I don't know. I've filmed 3 videos today, so I don't know which one will go up first, but just holler at me below. So you guys, I think that's it. These are all the products that I will be using for the month of May in my Shop My Stash video. So if you do like these types of videos, please go ahead and give the video a thumbs up. I know I've been saying that in a lot of my videos, but when you thumbs up the video, YouTube makes it more visible for other people to see and maybe come on over to the family. You see how that rhymed? I wasn't even trying. So also, go ahead, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. Don't forget to ring the notification bell so you'll know every time that I upload a video, and share the channel because you know I don't mind. And lastly, please know that you're always welcomed and wanted here on my channel. If you are doing a Shop My Stash, please let me know below. I would love to know what products you're going to be using. And if I have any of the products that you also have, let me know that below too, because I would like to know how they work for you. So with that said, I will see everybody in the next video. Please stay safe, and I'll see you soon. Bye, everybody.